guys, my name is Lily and today I want to show you my new toy. This here is the new power station by the company Bluetti. It's the AC-200 Max. And as you can see, it's really heavy. I barely can carry it, so it has 28 kilograms. And this station is one of the best power stations that you can get right now. Let's take a closer look. Okay guys, so as you guys know from my last few videos, I'm prepping like crazy here in Europe, and that's because many experts are expecting blackouts and rolling power outages here in Europe. So yeah, I want to get prepared for that. And actually my old prep that I had for power outages and blackouts was a simple gas generator. Now the thing with gas generators is they work really well and they are reliable if you have enough of oil and gas for the generator. But the thing is that I think it does not make any sense if you have such a thing in a flat in the city, because it's better to keep it outside, so it's producing some poisonous toxic gases which actually can kill you, so you can die from carbon monoxide poisoning if you are using the generator in an unventilated place inside of your home. So it's better to use them outside. Here in suburbia, using it outside will attract a lot of attention. So I think the best place where a simple gas generator should be used or can be used is far out in the countryside, where you have your own farm, where you have neighbors that you know, and where it doesn't pose a problem if you use a loud generator. So out in the countryside the gas generators make perfect sense, but here in suburbia I think it's better if you have an alternative which is more silent and which is not producing any toxic gases, so you can run this thing inside. Now gladly in the last years technology has accelerated, there was a lot of research done, and now finally there are products that didn't exist like 10 or 20 years ago. So I think that for city dwellers and for suburbia, a solar station like this, where you can hook up some solar panels, makes more sense. And this is why I now have switched from the gas generator to this awesome solar generator, and I really love this thing. Now the great thing about this station is that it runs with LiFePO4 batteries. Those are a little bit heavier than lithium-ion, but they have a longer lifespan. So you can run this generator for 4,000 full cycles until the battery is losing capacity. And that's really good. I think this is the best material for batteries that you can get right now. Now the next great thing about this solar generator, the AC-200 Max, is that you can directly hook it up to solar panels. You do not need any solar charge controller anymore. You do not need to figure out which fuses you have to use and which breakers, which size of wires and what kind of inverter fits your system. So this station here is for people who do not want to worry too much about how you can set up a solar system, and yeah, it's an easy solution. So the only thing that you have to do now is you set up some solar panels outside, or you install them at your roof, then you come down with a cable and you insert it right here at the side. Okay, so these are the connector cables that come with the Bluetti power station. So first of all, here we have the solar cable. So here you have two MC4 connectors that you attach to your solar panels, and then here you have an XT90 connector which connects to this plug here, and this is the one that you screw on into the socket. So this is how you can connect your solar panels to the power station. So the only thing that you have to take care of is that the solar panels fit the requirement of the power station. So make sure that you get a couple of solar panels, you hook them up in a series, and then you should neither exceed the voltage nor the amperage. Now what's really great is that they have also included this 12-volt plug for your car. So let's say for example you want to bug out for some kind of reason, and you take the power station inside of your car, Then you can plug it into your car with this 12-volt plug, and then you can connect to the other cable again with the XT90 connector, and this is a second way how you can recharge your power station in the case that you have to leave your home. So in case of a wildfire which is threatening your home, or maybe a hurricane, you can take the station with you into your car and then you can charge it while you're driving. Now what you also can do is charge it normally with the AC from the grid. So here we have this block charging unit for LiFePO batteries, and this just normally plugs into here, and this is how you can charge the power station. And you really want to keep it charged so that in case of a blackout you have the battery storage full. Now also here at the side you can see 2 more ports, and this is actually where the battery expansion pack plugs into. So you can get more batteries for the system, and you can stack them up underneath the power station, and then you have even more than just 2048 watt hours, and that's really amazing about this battery. So you can size up your small power generator, and then you have a really great amount of electricity at hand. Now here at the side you have a fan for cooling, because of course when you're using and charging the battery it will get hot, so it will cool down the battery here, and also the inverter will get hot. So it's important that you have a good cooler, and this one makes a noise of about 40 to 50 decibels, so it's not too loud. It's actually much more silent than a gas generator. Now let's check out the front of this device here. So first of all you have this touch screen, and here at the right side you can see the AC sockets, at the left side you have the DC sockets. So if you want to use your normal household appliances, you plug it in here at the side, and then here you can turn on and off the sockets, and then they are working. So it's important that you don't forget to turn this on, otherwise the fridge, for example, will not work. Then here at this side you have the DC appliances. You can turn it on or off. Here we have just a normal cigarette lighter with 10 amps and 12 volts. Now this socket here is a custom accessory socket with 30 amps. You can plug, for example, your fuse box into it if you want to. Then here we got 5521 barrel plug sockets with 12 volts and 10 amps. The next sockets are USB sockets. So at this side we have the normal USB-A socket with 3 amps. Then this here is a quick charging USB socket, and here we got a USB-C socket with 100 watts, and this is actually strong enough so that you can charge a small laptop if you have the right wire for it, the right cable. So that's pretty cool. Now next up here you have a wireless charging port with 15 watts. So you just take your phone, you set it here, and then it will charge your phone. Also what you can do is you can connect your phone via Bluetooth to this power station. And this is how it looks when you're connected to your AC200 Max power station. So you can see that it's charged with 100%. You can also turn off and on the sockets of AC and DC, and you can see how much power it's getting from solar panels, from the grid, and also how much power it's using on the AC and DC sockets. So right now we are charging nothing and we are using nothing, but now I want to try and hook up a couple of devices to this power unit. Okay, so here I have a small heating device. It draws up to 2000 watts. So now I'm going to switch on the AC socket. Now it's on, you can see it here as well. Okay, now let's turn on the heater at maximum at the first setting. Now we are at 1000 watts. Okay, it seems as if the device is drawing about 1200 watts. So now let's try the second setting, which is even warmer than this. Okay, now we are drawing more. 1000, 2000, 2100. Okay, so it's staying at 2000 and yeah, so now it's coming down to 2000 again. The only thing is that if you are using a heater like this and you only have like 2048 watt hours of battery capacity, that this heater will run about 1 hour. So then you have emptied the battery, and yeah, this is why you probably will not use your heater. Okay, so now I'm powering up the power station back to 100%, and as you can see now it's charging the power station from the grid with 390 watts. Okay, now we wait until we have 100% again, and then we are going to hook up my freezer. Okay, so now we are back at 100%, and now it's time to plug in the freezer. Yeah, first I'm also using this measuring device because I want to see how much energy my freezer needs in 24 hours. Okay, now the freezer is on, but it's actually sleeping, so right now it's not working, and now we have to wait until the compressor kicks on again. And it's really important that you do not unplug the freezer while the compressor is running, because this can lead to problems with power stations. So if you unplug the freezer while the compressor is on, it will then have a continuous surge of 800 watts, and then it will shut itself off for a couple of times. So if you're plugging in your power station because you want to try it out, then make sure that you are doing this when the freezer is in sleep mode. Okay, so while we are waiting until the freezer is coming back on, I want to show you another nice gadget, which is this one here. So this is a thermometer, and you can actually switch on the maximum and minimum temperature that you had in the freezer. So the minimum that we reached in this freezer was -23, and the maximum was -13. So it's good if you have a thermometer like this in your freezer, so that you know what temperature you had inside of your freezer and if your freezer thawed or not. So that's really important, and especially when you want to go for a holiday, you want to check your thermometer to see if the meat is still okay. So that's a really good feature that I think yeah, it's really worth it. Devices like this only cost like 10 bucks. Okay, now the freezer kicked back on. Right now the freezer is drawing 47 watts, but at the very beginning of the surge you could see that it was drawing over 600 watts for a brief second. Alright, so now we are going to start the 24-hour test with this power station. Right now it's 3:30, and I will come back to you in 24 hours. While we are waiting for the 24-hour test with the freezer, I want to show you my old generator that I'm going to sell this weekend. And yeah, this is also a great product, so if you are out in the countryside, this will definitely do as long as you have gas. But right now, this is just not the right choice for me. Alright guys, so now it's 24 hours later. It's 3:30 again. And as you can see, we still have 27% left of battery. So that's pretty good. We could power this freezer 24 hours. Of course, now you would have to use a solar panel to recharge this station. But if you use a big one, it should be no problem to completely recharge the power station before the next night. Alright, so I think that this is a great device. I think it's a game changer for the prepping world. And besides using this as a prep against blackouts, you can also use it for RVing, for camping, and you can even build a completely off-the-grid solar system with it. So I believe that this device is one of the best devices that you can get as a prepper, especially because it's made with LiFePO4 batteries, which is the best on the market right now. So these batteries are really expensive, and they are going to hold for a very long time, at least 4,000 cycles, which is years and years. Alright, so this is what I have to say about this power station. I think it's really awesome, and I'm so happy that I have this right now, because blackouts in Austria have become much more likely, and I really think that I will need such a device like this. Okay, so this is it for today. I really want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you're subscribing to my channel, because I have many more great videos to come. Stay tuned till next time.